First, Coach Lloyd Gardner of the Surrey 89ers. Coach, first trip up to Scotland this year. How are you guys feeling for this one?
Yeah, well, we'll see. A lot of unknowns. New coach, team hasn't played in a long time. So yeah, we don't really know what to expect, possibly new players. I'm not really sure at this moment in time. So yeah, a lot of unknowns for them, a lot of unknowns for us at this moment. So
obviously a short turnaround from Friday's close defeat to Cheshire. How are the squad looking?
Yeah, I mean, pretty healthy. No Radwan Bakali again. He's out with sickness, which affects our depth on the inside. But yeah, as you said, close one against Cheshire on Friday. Disappointed to lose. Yeah, hopefully we can go one step better.
And what is it that your team is needing to make these, because you're one of the most enjoyable teams to watch this season, these close defeats, how can you turn them into wins?
I think, well, thank you first of all. I think, stuff we've been talking about, just resilience. I think we get knocked off kilter when things go wrong for us. I think we've got to be a bit mentally tougher when, in any game there's ups and downs. So when the downs are there, we've just got to play through them a little bit better than we do right now. I think that's a learning curve, that's some experience. So yeah, long season still to go.
And final one, obviously, a new coach in the sidelines, Johnny Bunion's first game. You actually coached his last game as a pro player here. Yeah. You did, I remember that one. Any kind of words of advice, or what are you expecting to see from him as well?
Well, no words of advice. We're about to play them, so hopefully he has a terrible start. But after that, I wish him all the best. I think it's a great appointment. I just said to him, I think he's everything this club is. I think that him as a player, if he can turn that into coaching on the sidelines, we know that we're in for a fight today. The grit, determination that he used to show. He was always a warrior, and I think that's what this team. If they can take his spirit, his character, then they'll be a really tough beat.
Coach, good luck for the game tonight, and all the best.
Thank you.
Here with Johnny Bunion. Johnny, Coach Bunion now, how does that feel?
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. A bit of a whirlwind the last couple of weeks, but not anything that I wasn't maybe expecting to do at some point in life. Maybe not quite this quickly, but really just excited to get involved with the guys. They're a good group of guys, and we're just trying to build a little bit of positivity in the squad.
So what kind of the adjustments for you? Obviously being teammates with some of these guys, friends with some of these guys, how does that relationship maybe change or adapt?
It changes a little bit, but to be honest, I'm just trying to be myself. I don't want to try and change who I am. I think a lot of the qualities that maybe people thought I'd be good at this for is because I'm a people person, friendly, I know how basketball works, especially in this league. So, yeah, have to tell them what to do every now and then, but I'm trying to just be me.
So what should we expect your style of play to be? There's a lot of unknowns. Everyone's kind of excited to find out how a Coach Bunion's team's going to play.
We just need to shoot threes. No, we just need to move the ball. It's going to be a lot of teamwork. I mean, I would have never been a successful player if it wasn't for good teammates around me. So hopefully we can stay together, both offensively and defensively, put some points on the board and stop the other team. That's the main goal, isn't it?
And what's the way we're going to try to do to slow down kind of the main five for Surrey?
Yeah, I mean, they've got a very good centre in Ada Kunlin. So we need to everyone needs to be a wee bit aware of where he is on the court. They've got a couple of good guards that move in transition. So yeah, we just need to get ourselves back, set up our defence, and then help where we need to help.
Coach, good luck with that. All right, good luck for the game.
Thank you.
So as the coaching debut of Johnny Bunion, you've played with him numerous times. What's the pros of him as a coach? Or a potential coach? We were yet to see it.
Yeah, I think Johnny is a calculated character. He's got a level of calmness about him at times, and he just has a passion for the sport and for basketball. So I think that will show through in his coaching.
And is this where his knowledge of the team, what it means, can go a long way?
And that's it. He's been in a lot of moments, and he understands being a starter, coming off the bench. He can empathise with a lot of different players on that team. So I think that level of experience that he's had will really pay dividends.
So let's talk about some players to watch. First with the visitors, Dame Adelekin has been crucial for them all season. Almost averages a double-double. Big 16 and 10 on Friday night and 4 rebounds. His all-round skills with his distribution and ball handling has been pretty incredible to watch.
I just love him. It's a player who can face up, come off the dribble there, uses his shoulder, creates his space. He's just super efficient around the basket. Close to 70% with 2-point field goals. That's so impressive. And that's because he takes the right shots. And I see him cleaning up this game, doing all the dirty work, getting those offensive rebounds, just doing the right thing for his team. And when needed, like I said, comes up with the big rebounds, those second chance opportunities, just keeping the game alive. So yeah, really exciting player. He's coming into his own. Like you said, 16 and 10 last game, growing as a player each game.
So on the other side, let's have a look at Teddy Okorafor. The GB guard has shown a kind of true leadership skills in recent weeks. He's not only a creator, but he's also seen that scoring option as well.
And that's something I think that he's developed when he's come into the SLB. You know, for me, he was always a pass-first guard, but he can now, you know, look to score. Really dancing with the ball, shooting the three a lot better. It's great to see Teddy, and I said, Teddy will make you better. Players like a Theo Hughes, Toto Fagbenley, playing with a guy like Teddy, he will find you and make the job easier for you. But I love to see that he's been aggressive, getting to the basket, shooting the ball better. I think as it progresses and he gets more consistent with minutes and game time, you will see the best of Teddy at the end of this season.
And is this when we look at the impact that Teddy could have to help people like Pat Whelan?
And that's what you need, right? You need Pat to be able to be that, you know, player that he can just kind of play off the ball, come off screens, make shots. Teddy, you know, we've got Deville Ramsey now coming into the fray. It will free Pat Whelan to be the Pat Whelan that he wants to be.
So we just touched that. Let's look at tonight's rosters for the Gladiators. The big news, Deville Ramsey into the lineup or into the roster. What do you expect to see from him? He was obviously not played this season, but he was on the Sheffield chart for the past 2 seasons.
Again, another player I used to love watching at the Sheffield Sharks. A level of calmness, you know, doesn't turn the ball over, composed, can be really aggressive, and plays great defense.
For the visitors, no Radwan Bakali tonight, as you heard in the pre-game there. Coach Lloyd saying that Radwan is ill, so is not here with the team this afternoon. We're almost approaching tip-off, Kieran. If we look at the starters for tonight's game for the visitors, Cameron Gooden, Mervyn James, Josh Steele, Jalen Ray and Dame Adelekin. For the Gladiators, starting with Trevon Barnes, Prince Onwaz, Toto Fagbenley, Pat Whelan and Teddy Okorafor. Any surprises there in Johnny's first lineup, would you say?
No, I think he's went with some great play. And that's the thing that's really interesting about this roster. It's quite deep, you know, and that could be an issue as a coach. I want to see how he manages the minutes. So that's going to be something. Like I said, I think technically understanding the lived experience he has in the game is one thing, but I want to see how Johnny actually manages players, manages those minutes, and ensures that there gets that buy-in.
Players are now onto the court. We're doing the usual ceremonial tip-off here at Kieran. Is this one of these, if you were in there, would you want to make sure you won this?
Definitely not. You know, it's all about preserving energy. I think if I jump, I might break a leg or something. So it's definitely something that I would probably show. The arms would maybe go up, but not much more.
Our referees for this evening in the bright yellow lime lemony colour, Ian McDonald, JP Heron and Christopher Curl.
What I love about this tip-off too is the explanation to the away team. They have no idea what's going on.
It's quite competitive. So for this game, the Surrey are in the white with the green trim and the Gladiators the blue with the white trim. Gladiators owners and venue as they usually are in the usual seats. But Kieran, we're at tip. Game's about to be underway. We're in for a good one here on DAZN. Game's off and rolling. As you a reminder, the Gladiators in the blue, the Surrey 89ers in white. And it's Teddy Okorafor often running the offense. Quick pass to Toto Fagbenley along the baseline for the dunk. And that's the first score of the Johnny Bunion coaching career.
And that's what you want to see. A great read by Trevon Barnes. Great cut by Toto Fagbenley for an easy dunk. 2 quick points.
Jalen Ray likes the ball in hand. He drives to the basket, kicks out. Mervyn James for 3, answers back.
And this is one thing I do love about the 89ers, their ability to attack the basket, creating that space for an easy shot there for James.
Okorafor put under pressure with a double team. Trevon Barnes fakes the default line jump shot, takes it on the second go and knocks it down. You're a big fan of him.
A big fan of him, and again, it's getting an opportunity to make those reads from the free throw line. He can knock down the shot. You saw the first pass to Toto Fagbenley. Great start.
Gooden drives in, finds Adelekin, apparently comes off a foot, and he'll stay in. A Niners ball. Let's look at this, Kieran, this first points of the game. Okorafor working it.
A little short roll there. Great pass, great finish.
Trevon Barnes showing his full skill set there. not just scoring, rebounding, gets great pass of the ball. Jalen Ray up against Fagbenley here. Tough matchup. The length of Fagbenley doesn't get it to go, but look at that, Dame Adelekin.
And just like the highlights showed at the start of the game, cleaning up. And I don't know, players who create those second chance opportunities keeps the team alive.
Adelekin averages 9 rebounds for the season. Just does the work inside for Surrey so well. Okafor looking for help. Extra pass to Trayvon Barnes, and he knocks it down again with the mid-range jump shot.
And he's just working the mid-range. No, 3 possessions went through Trayvon Barnes. 2 knockdown shots and 1 assist. What a start. The 89ers are going to have to find a way to adjust for that short roll. It's too comfortable right now for Trayvon Barnes.
Ray round the screen again. They like that offense with Jalen Ray and Dame Adelekin. James, tough finish. And he's another rookie into this league this season, having a tremendous season so far.
Yeah, and great composure there in that take. Trayvon Barnes played some great defense, but better offense.
Yeah, he leads them in scoring, over 16 points a game. The back door to Whelan. Doesn't get it to go. One of those ones I think he should have taken that layup better in hindsight, of course. Jalen Ray handling a lot of this so far. What a find to Dame Adelekin with a dunk. And the Gladiators defense goes sleeping.
And we talk about the points in the paint, you know, the Gladiators concede right there, too easy.
The Niners lead by 3, 7 minutes on the clock. Ball out to bounce. Well, we see another one. Barnes going for his own shot against the rebound, working up against Adelekin. Doesn't get it to go. Jalen Ray off and running now. The transition game from Surrey though, the speed they like to get up the court. Can they cause a problem for this Gladiators team? And look at that, lovely calmness and control by Gooden.
And they're being super aggressive to start. You know, they're the second in the league from points in the fast break points, so they like to get out there in the break.
Prince Onwas going to the basket, into traffic, doesn't get the basket to go, and he'll go to the line for 2. Nice to see Prince Onwas aggressive.
Yeah, I always say a player coming back from injury, you know, he's had a couple of games back in the mix, but mentally sometimes you're a little bit hesitant. Not Prince Onwas, attacking the rim, earning some opportunities at the free throw line.
Jordan Hunt checking in for Dame Adelekin. Unfortunate with injuries the last couple of seasons, Hunt, but good to see him fit and well. Onwas misses the first. And knocks down the second to cut the lead down to 4. Almost a kind of easy looking press from the Gladiators here to change it up. Ray round the screen again, look at the space he gets. And Fagbenley goes chasing the rebound, but he doesn't get the pass. And it's an error here in the turnover, and Hunt knocks down the easy lay-in.
Yeah, and Hunt coming into the game, essentially trying to slow down Barnes. You know, Barnes was really going to work that mid-post. Hunt's been given that duty to try and slow that down.
Jalen Ray not giving Pat Whelan a bit of space in this game, but nice distribution to the middle. Fagbenley gets fouled on James. A question I've always wanted to ask you, Kieran, seeing those situations, a bounce pass down at your toes must be one of the most frustrating things.
It can very much be. You know, you have to have really good hands, and that's what I'm saying. Not a lot of bigs can gather themselves in that situation. Fortunately, Todo Fagbenley got fouled. The ball stays with the Gladiators.
Seen a lot of Teddy Okafor setting up the offense for the Gladiators. Ball's almost getting stuck, so it goes to Barnes. On the buzzer, doesn't go. Bit of a slow offense there.
And straight away you can see that Hunt's defending Barnes a little bit differently, making it a little bit more uncomfortable for him in that mid-post area.
Oh, Jalen Ray dancing with Teddy Okafor. Gets a lovely 2.
And Teddy Okafor struggling right now, and that's what the isolation plays. The Gladiators are really finding it tough to defend.
Pat Whelan gets himself to the basket. Nice left-handed layup there. Cuts down the lead. The Gladiators need to get a stop in this possession. But Jalen Ray is really having a great start to this game. High arcing shot from Josh Steele. A battle for that rebound, but Trevon Barnes wins it. Okarafor for three, and it drops. Big score for the Gladiators off the stop.
Much needed score there too, just to kind of settle the nerves. Allows Johnny Bunny to actually take a seat.
The Niners lead by 3 here. Andrew Lawrence just not long checked into the game, controlling the tempo now. And a rebound again. The Gladiators getting a stop off the James miss. Drive to the basket. Barnes will go to the line for 2. A great cut, great pass, and the Gladiators earn their right to the free throw line.
And Teddy O just threading that pass. You know, you're talking about throwing the ball down at your feet. That was right in the money spot there for Trevon Barnes. And again, just the composure of Teddy Okarafor, reads the defense really well, threads the needle. And again, Trevon Barnes getting an opportunity, getting a couple more points. And I look at the resolve of some of those players, you know, that Trevon Barnes there, 4 coaches, you know, and still finding a way to be effective. That's, you know, that's testament to any player.
Yeah, absolute consummate pro doing the work. And brilliant free throw shooter. Scores really well at the line. Teddy Okarafor up to, I think it says, StatCast says 3 assists, but likely to be 4 off that make there already for early in this game. Controlling the offense well for the Gladiators. It's down to a 1-point game. Just under 4.5 minutes on the first quarter clock. As Fraser Malcolm and Eli Kane check into the game for the first time. Drives inside Adelekin, doesn't get it to go. As he checked back in off the Jordan Hunt foul. The mismatch here as Barnes on. Steele extra pass out. Malcolm makes the other pass. Wheeling high arcing 3 and it drops. Great ball movement by the Gladiators.
And that's some great basketball. Off the double team there, Trevon Barnes. Ball gets moving, finds a wide open Patrick Wheeling for 3. Beautiful basketball.
A lot of unselfish player, but Steele open for 3, doesn't go. Wheeling gathers the rebound. And the Gladiators lead now by 2. High scoring first quarter here at Play Sport. Wheeling round the screen. And it gets into Teddy O's hands. Barnes goes to shot, drives with ease. Pass Adelekin. What a finish by Barnes.
And Barnes has understood the assignment really well. He knows who's guarding him. He's taking him a little bit off the, you know, dragging him out and attacking every single time. Either with a jump shot, and you see there off the dribble.
8 points for Barnes so far. And he gets his hands in there, causes the miss on the shot. And he's already down the floor, Barnes, with the mismatch on Josh Steele. But Kane dancing with Adelekin. What a finish!
Oh, smooth play, a timeout definitely needed there by the 89ers. But what a great start for this Gladiators team. Elijah Kane comes on, a little in and out dribble, crossover, tough finish there. And if he had missed that, Trevon Barnes were there to collect. So great start by the Gladiators after quite a slow.
And if you look at that, that's almost the second unit coming in for the Gladiators, making their impact notice.
And that's what you need. You know, when you talk about opportunities, when you're looking at, you know, finding ways to score, having a collective effort that you have a second unit be able to come in and produce, that really helps any team get over the finishing line.
Now look at this drive by Barnes, pass Adelekin, leaves him on his heels. And that's just Barnes is having a great start to the game. 8 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist already.
And you know, again, I keep saying this, Elijah Kane here, you see, with a little in and out crossover, nice tough finish, but those bench points are crucial. You know, the 89ers are the last in the league this year when it comes to bench scoring. Gladiators are, you know, a little bit mid-table, but being able to have that momentum, keep the scoring up. You know, both teams have really struggled to score the ball relatively compared to other teams in the league this year. So all that firepower, that new lease of life, I would say, when you're trying to impress a new coach, So much to play for.
And it's a Surrey baseline ball, 21-15. 2 minutes 50 on the clock. This offense game so far for both these teams. Who can get the stops as we head towards the end of this quarter? And Ramsey checks in for the first time.
And straight away picking up full court. Great to see.
And that's where he was so good for Sheffield. That intensity in defence really made him difficult. Lawrence against Whelan. James up against the much undersized Kane, and it's a foul.
And that was one there. Elijah Kane, both hands up. But let's see if it was on the body. You know, a lot of players now, they're starting to try to play a little bit more on his defence. As you see here, the work early just jumps forward, you know, it wasn't straight up.
Mervyn James, 87% shooter from the line. Knocks down the first to stop the scoring run of the Gladiators. We've got some Niners fans in the house wearing their green t-shirts. A big journey up from Surrey on this Sunday. Ramsey handling the ball to Malcolm. And it's in the hand of Patrick Whelan now. Theo Hughes also in the game. Looks Kane with the mid-range jump shot on the free-throw line. Great ball movement. That's something we're noticeably seeing already from this Gladiators team.
Yeah, no, the ball is moving really well. Teams are, you know, are really efficient with their movement as well.
Tough drive in by Adelekin against Theo Hughes. Foul called on the body. This is where Ramsey can make the difference, being that guard off the bench, giving Teddy, not having to play 30 minutes a game.
Yeah, and again, he has another gear to you know, Teddy's a very composed player. DeVille Ramsey can go, you know.
Yeah.
So it just allows the team to play a different way.
Sorry. At the free-throw line. 79% as a team as well, but as Adelekin misses that one, he is, though, only a 52% scorer on the season. Gets the second one to go. It's 23-18. 2 minutes on the clock. There's Ramsey with the ball at the top, up against Cam Good, and Eli Kane pulls up for three. Doesn't go, but Whelan with the hustle play for the offensive rebound.
And a missed box out there, leaves Whelan wide open.
Oh, great dish by Lawrence to Adelekin, doesn't go. Surrey bench looking for a foul, doesn't get it. Ramsey looking for that quick pass, doesn't get it to go. Can the Gladiators tidy up this offense now as we head to the last 90 seconds? Steps back for three. And it drops! Patrick Whelan getting Dame Adelekin dancing. Steps back for the three.
So smooth with it. Create the space, knock down three. Pat Whelan at his absolute best.
The lead up to 10 here up at Placeport. Gooden drives to the basket. What a finish against Theo Hughes.
And again, big Theo Hughes there. But the 89ers continue to attack.
Ramsey's looking to get his first points as a Gladiator. Rushes that shot. And Gooden with the ball. I'm loving this matchup between those two speed merchants. Pull up three, doesn't go.
And you can see that there. Theo Hughes with the left hand just over Adelekin. You'll see this in the replay here. Theo Hughes got the space, but unfortunately came up short.
We've got a Gladiators debut. Lewis Stevenson checks in for his Gladiators debut, replacing Pat Whelan. And what an opportunity for the young man. And
that's a bold move. It shows the intent right there. You know, Johnny Bunion in the first quarter getting some young talent into the game.
The shorts are far too big though. Jalen Ray up against Eli Kane. Turnover there on the force. Great defense by the Gladiators. Theo Hughes to Ramsey now. Great pass to in the corner. Stevenson for three. Doesn't go. Achara was almost off his seat there if that had gone.
And that was great movement there too. Theo Hughes, I said, makes some really good decisions. Finds a wide open Stevenson.
And I said that's the team having trust in the young man as well. Theo Hughes could have forced a shot, but he made the pass to the corner.
I said the spacing always speaks for itself. Good spacing means good shots.
Last shot of the clock. Hard hedge by the Gladiators, good and under pressure. Ogundembe, 3 seconds, steps out, can he get it to the basket in time? Tough finish, doesn't go. Great defense by the Gladiators. An action-packed first quarter at PlaySport. The Gladiators leading 28-20. And Kieran, your former colleague, Coach Bunion, will be absolutely delighted at that start.
Yeah, very entertaining, but I guess they has to settle the nerves as well, because they're not going to be scoring 28 points a quarter. So again, holding the 89ers to 20 points, that's around their kind of average. But again, it's that identity piece. I'm excited to see some young talent be able to get into the game early, get those touches, and he's been managing the minutes really well. It's making sure that the team stay bought into the process. Right now, you can see that they are moving the ball really well. Extra passes, 8 assists, in the first quarter. Rebounding the ball well. Good shot attempts, good spacing. Some great basketball being played.
And if you're Lloyd Gardner, are you trying to just keep the guys understanding the game's loads of runs are still to happen. This game's going to go back and forth.
Weather the storm, but again, 28 points is, you cannot be getting up 28 points, but they will find a way to get back into it. They have to continue to be aggressive. You saw a couple of fouls there picked up by Theo Hughes. If they keep penetrating, causing foul trouble, they're really good at the free throw line. Could easily get back into this.
Here we have some first quarter highlights. Jalen Ray early on controlling things for the Niners, getting the ball to Dame Adelekin. But we just seen the impact of the Gladiators, able to go a little bit deep in their bench for the Patrick Whelan 3. As Eli Kane made this tough finish with his right hand off balance, but it's Patrick Whelan leading all scorers with 10 in the game, ably assisted. Look at a step back, that was dead impressive as well.
So smooth. So smooth. That's a saying, a person who can, has a really pure jump shot, but then can create their shot as well. That's a scary sight for any defender.
So our second quarter is about to get underway. The Gladiators lead by 8, 28-20. It's the Niners in white to get us off in this second period. Two former teammates of yours, Kieran, battling out, Teo Ogundembe and Fraser Malcolm. Teo, fade away jump shot, nice finish.
Still got it, Teo Ogundembe. Just finding a way. I love the pace that Teo now plays at. He's very calm.
Stevenson up against two young Brits up against each other then. Jolovinskis and Stevenson. Extra pass, he goes, he drives to the basket with a floater. Overcooks it, opened up for him there. Good, and looking for help now to get the ball at Hunt. We know he can shoot the threes, happy to let them go. Good, and drives baseline on Fraser Malcolm, good finish.
And Gooden and Ray just continuing to go to work, and that's what's saying, they're so scary when they're coming at you. That's working for the 89ers.
Gooden averages 12 points a game, almost 5 assists as well. He's a real big creator here for the Surrey side. Ramsey out to Malcolm, into Kane as he drives in, fakes the pass, tries to flick it over his head, doesn't go. Surrey with the mismatch. Teo Ogundembe backing down Ramsey, gets to the heart of the key. Jolovinskis, nice finish by the young man.
Great take there. We know he can knock down that three. The threat of the three-point line, create that space with a little pump fake. Nice finish at the basket, under pressure.
And that's the lead down to 2 points. It was 8 at one point, but turnover a half court. Ray going to the basket. Remains unchallenged, and a quick timeout called by Coach Bunion.
And we talk about it, I said at the break, weather the storm. It's a great start, but 89ers got back to what they do best, just attacking the paint, creating opportunities for themselves.
A quick 8-point scored by the Surrey 89ers in the opening 100 or so seconds. And is that a quick, good timeout there by Johnny Bunion?
It was needed, It's again, there's two elements of that. There's a turnover, then you give up on the play. It's just kind of, again, steady the fort. Shooting, off to a great start, do not lose their identity.
Surrey creating a lot of the troubles there. Good intensity in defence, and we're just seeing the speed that Gooden and Jalen Ray can play at.
Yeah, and I say both teams are, near the bottom of the table for a reason. There is the inconsistency within this play, so it's the team who's going to be the least inconsistent that's going to find a way to win. And it's right now, we talk about cliche basketball is a game of runs, but some of those runs can be clinical.
Both teams coming back onto the floor. Gladiators with a couple of changes as we see Teddy O and Toto Fagbenley back on for them.
And this is something I was really intrigued to see. Teddy Okorafor with Deverell Ramsey playing together. I think Deverell can play a little bit off the ball at times. Teddy can, understands motion and the movement as well.
Moving the ball around. A bit of zone being shown by Surrey as they go back into man-to-man there with their spacing. Kane to the basket. Doesn't go. Tough defense there by Jolovinskis on Kane. As he drives to the basket. Stops on a penny. And into their offense. Can Surrey take the lead on this play? Doesn't get it go, but look at that extra opportunity by Hunt to the Gooden three. And it doesn't go second time. Good offensive rebound, but Surrey would have looked to convert on that one. Gladiators looking for a kickball. Good and off and running. Shot's blocked. And he'll go to the line for two.
Genuinely, every game I watch Toto Fagbenley playing, there is something just... he never ceases to... Another shot. I'm lost for words right now. Genuinely, he made that look effortless. They called the foul, but he's going to earn it the hard way. But he just gets up.
That's two turnovers by Kane on midcourt as the Surrey Niners look to capitalise on it. Gooden from the 3-4 line gives them another lead. Gooden shoots about 80% for the season from the 3-throw line. Misses the second. And the Gladiators, with Teddy O with the ball, will look to get their first score of the second quarter.
And it's those droughts that,
Kane for three. Flat looking shot as Ramsey goes hunting for the rebound. But that was what I've liked about Surrey this season a lot. We see a lot of different defensive looks from them, and there was another one.
Yeah.
James battling against Teddy O there. Sorry, Kieran.
And I always say that, you see a timeout, Johnny Bunion draws up a play, Lloyd Gardner drops back into a zone. He's always, throwing different looks. And I think as a player, being able to adapt to those different looks, the good teams adapt quick. Sometimes you capture a team and you maybe stick with the zone for a little bit longer because it takes them a little bit longer to work it out.
Couple of subs from both sides. Ray, open baseline. Mervyn James. Again, another mismatch here on the defense from the Glad, but Toto Fagbenley's there. Tough call there as James looked to fade away.
And they've called the foul there. And I'm just watching Deverell Ramsey's movement as well. I'm looking at the new addition. He's doing all the little things here. You see him there, digging in, getting back to his man. But with the foul, again,
Slightly
just leaning in a little.
Mervyn James knocks down the first one. The Gladiators still scoreless in this second period as the Niners creating a lot of turnovers, changing their defense throughout. And he makes them both. Now the Niners come out with a bit of a press on. And that's almost forcing another turnover there. Gooden almost snatching it away from Fagbenley. As Okorafor goes for three off the zone, the Gladiators, how can they break that down? Because Surrey are playing some great defense.
They've just been stagnant. The zone's allowed them to, it's completely took them out of their rhythm. And it sounds funny, but there's maybe not a lot of work on the zone offense at this moment in time. So some ways to kind of play the zone offense is to play your regular man-to-man offense and try and find the reads within that.
The Gladiators that first quarter, Keenan moved the ball really well. It's become quite slow and stagnant. But that's to complement what the Niners are giving them. Ray for 2. Doesn't go. Onwaz gathers the rebound. Gladiators trying to now increase the tempo with the subs that just checked in. Barnes doesn't get it to go, but a better look by the Gladiators. And it's a Gladiators ball. Jolovinskis arguing with JP Heron there that it was deflected on by Onwaz.
And that's Onwaz not giving up on the play there. Let's see if we get the proper angle, because Onwaz was obviously disrupting Jolovinskis, and see here.
Hard angle to see for sure.
Looking into Prince Onwaz's eyes there. I think they got away with one.
Yeah, absolutely. Whelan double team. Someone's open somewhere. Onwaz extra pass. Fagbenley in the corner for 3. And that's not where the Gladiators want him to be.
But the right shot.
Jalen Ray drives to the heart of the key. And it goes and one.
And again, just finding a way to get downhill.
He created the space there. Let's see if we've got that in the replay. Whelan looking for a push off, but what a drive by Ray. That's the speed he comes at.
And as a player, it's allowing him to gain that speed. You have to find a way to read that so he cannot pick up that full speed, get downhill. And it's sometimes, as a slower defender, it's maybe just trying to meet him early so he can't change that second to that second or third gear.
Jalen Ray. He leads the league in free throw percentage. I think he also leads the league in most trips to the free throw line, and you can see why.
And that's why, sorry, he lead the league in three-point percentage. Free throw percentage, sorry.
Whelan toes the line, doesn't go.
What I'm not liking with the Gladiators right now is against this zone is they're just settling for outside shots. They're not actually penetrating and getting into the heart of the defense.
Barnes with the help on James. Extra pass, Josh Steele under the basket, overcooks it. Adelekin, look at this, the options Surrey have. And they move it round this offense. Adelekin on Barnes, backing him down, clock ticking down. And that's a tough finish. What a finish by Adelekin.
I mean, you're shooting over 69% from field goal percentage from 2. That is why making tough things look easy.
And the carry's called. The Gladiators still scoreless. Over 5 minutes into this second quarter. The 89ers lead it by 14. But let's look at Adelekin there. Jalen Ray with the pass, and look at the patient play. Backs it down. And
Tough
he just
finish. That's one of those ones as a defender, your soul just sinks. You feel like you've done everything right.
Players still struggling to remember they need to wear their shirts tucked in, but as Jalen Ray's about to inbound it to Andrew Lawrence, former teammate of yours, he brings a lot to this side.
And that's what watching, Teddy and Andrew Lawrence were teammates at the same time, so it's like great to see them both compete against each other.
Steele driving down baseline, deflected out by Fagbenley, will remain a Surrey ball. One thing I'm always curious watching this Surrey offense, they've got lots of different weapons. Can they get the ball inbound? They do just in time. Jalen Ray pulls up for 3, doesn't get it to go. Fagbenley gathers the rebound. And will the Gladiators get the ball moving to get a score? Surrey back into a man-to-man.
The pace has just completely changed as well now. They're just walking the ball up the court. Everything was with intent at the start.
Holding called on Jalen Ray, onto the ball into Fagbenley, and that's the first foul of this quarter for Surrey. The Gladiators on 14 fouls, as this seems to be a quarter where it's kind of one-way traffic.
Yeah, now, I was talking about that walking the ball up the court as well. It's finding that, when you're making a cut, when you're going to set a screen, you do it at pace. They've completely slowed down. And I think that it was the zone that really startled them.
Surrey back into that zone. The Gladiators struggling to break it down, but you've now got Barnes at the heart of it. Extra pass to Fagbenley. And it goes on the buzzer. Avoids the block by Adeleken. And Fagbenley finally creates a scoring opportunity for the Gladiators. Ends a 16-0 run in this quarter. Mervyn James, spins Pat Whelan with a tough finish and extends the lead back to 8.
And Mervyn James is a problem for most, but he's got that size as well, you know. He's strong.
Fagbenley with the ball. As he looked to go up there, foul called on the pass by referee McDonald. Foul called on Mervyn James. He looks frustrated at that call. Subs are in for the 89ers as Dame Adeleken checks out. Let's look at that extra pass by Whelan as Fagbenley looked to go to the basket. Referees decided it was on a pass, but to me it looked like a block in the arm as he was going to put the ball in the hoop.
And that's number 2 on Mervyn James, so he'll take a little rest for now.
Surrey done a great job at slowing down the first quarter tempo from the Gladiators, but Whelan's open for 3. Doesn't go. Lloyd Gardner looked frustrated there if that had gone, as he was screaming at his team there, but again the Gladiators commit a foul.
And maybe Patrick Whelan was a little too open there. That's maybe what threw him off.
But being in 5 team fouls, Surrey walked the length of the court and will get an easy visit to the free throw line as Coach Bunion pulls the boys in for a short huddle.
And those little huddles are little, little micro timeouts. They can really galvanise. And some of the best coaches, Rob Beveridge that John Bunion and I had at the Commonwealth Games, we used every single situation, every dead ball opportunity to be able to huddle up and get back on track, or actually capitalise on what we're doing. And I think that's something. It's a great learning point.
Jordan Hunt, 66% from the free throw line this season, knocked down the first. And gets the second as the Niners lead stretches now to 10. The Gladiators a few moments ago going back to their starters. Will they be looking for a return to the free-flowing scoring way? But it's late in the clock. Whelan. Late in the clock. Will he get a shot off? Barnes for 3. That looks short, but gets off the rim. And it's a Niners ball.
And the thing is, they've scored 2 points in this quarter. They're off to an electrifying start. However, they've still been getting some good looks, just not being able to capitalise.
2 minutes 40 on the half-time clock. The Niners lead by 10. Gooden chucks up the 3, doesn't go, but hustling for the rebound. Fagbenley gets it, and the Gladiators, will they get the scoreboard moving now? Barnes backing down Hunt. Okarafor looked for the baseline, closed down brilliantly by Josh Steele. And the clock's getting low again. Extra pass, late in the clock again. Barnes to the basket, doesn't go. Great defense by the Niners, forcing the Gladiators to these late shot clock shots. Lawrence, great help defense by Prince Onwas, forcing the turnover.
And that was just a wrong pass there by Hunt.
Onwas driving to the basket as they look to get into the traffic. Doesn't go again. The Gladiators unable to get a score. Ogundenme handling the ball to the basket. Not a clean pass, but it's still moving. The Surrey 89ers throwing the ball around. Great. Andrew Lawrence avoiding the shot block, but nobody carrying the loose ball for the Gladiators. Josh Steele bumped, and will go to the line for 2.
And I will say that this is 2 minutes of basketball that both teams are probably wanting to forget. It's just got a little bit scrappy. And again, getting to the free throw line sometimes helps that, but it was just an exchange of poor passes, bad makes, bad takes.
And a reason both teams are 7th and 9th in the league.
And that is that inconsistency that we talked about.
Some highlights here as this is that. Pat Whelan trying to get it dry. This is from the first quarters. Whelan got the scoreboard moving in the first quarter for the Gladiators, but it's been Cam Good in this second quarter going to work.
And kudos to Lloyd Gardner 28 points scored by the Gladiators in that first quarter, and they decided to switch up, do a little bit of zone here and there, change the rhythm, took away the middle pass with Trayvon Barnes, and just completely after that, the Gladiators have just been so out of sync.
And that Fag Bentley score was their only score. Look how tough it was. The Surrey defence really come out on top this second period. Less than 90 seconds on the clock out of the timeout. And Lloyd Gardner must be delighted. 2 quarters in the 20s, scoring, still 90 seconds on the clock, and they've got a trip to the free throw line. Mervyn James leads all scoring with 11. Jordan Hunt leading the rebound battle on 7. Josh Steele, 78% for the season from the free throw line. High arcing shot, but he gets it to go. Mervyn James, as we just said, 11 points. Has got 2 fouls though, which could become an issue as the game goes on, but Josh Steele knocks them both down. Final 90 seconds of the half. A much changed 10 minutes to the first. As Pat Whelan's fouled by Dame Adeleke, and that's his second. Could become a story as the game progresses with James and Adeleke on 2.
And right here, if I was Johnny Bunion, I would be going right at Adeleke.
And there he is.
Before that can happen, Hunt back into the game.
Just not risking it as coach Lloyd Gardner. A 12-point lead for the Niners here. And the Gladiators are looking to get something out of this out-of-bounds play. 14 seconds on the shot clock. And a hand check foul on Cam Gooden for the push. As Prince Onwas once again tries to inbound the ball. Okarafor goes for the floating shot, gets it to go. And that's maybe what the Gladiators looking for, their point guard to just take that scoring form rather than becoming the passer. But Gooden straight down the court, pushing the ball. Wraparound play, Jalen Ray looking for the space, he gets it. Shot pops up, doesn't go. Final 40 seconds. Can the Gladiators get the lead down to single figures?
It's just slowed down so much, hasn't it?
Yeah, Gladiators looking to get something out of it, but Surrey done a great job of slowing down the ball. Offensive foul called as Barnes barges through Gooden there. No complaints there from Trayvon Barnes, and a timeout called by Lloyd Gardner. 19 seconds on the game clock. Good timeout called by Lloyd Gardner. Had it to use, just looking to get a play into the half.
And that's it. I'm always intrigued to see what they're drawing up. So they want to run the clock down a little.
10-point lead for the 89ers. Both teams still averaging about 40% from field, but let's look at the top scorers here. Both teams sharing the load round, but Mervyn James leading the way for the Surrey 89ers. Pat Whelan leading in for 10, but they were all in the first quarter, Kieran.
And that's it. Well, there's only been 4 points in the second quarter. There's not a lot going on, but it's again, an electric start. Some really good ball movement, both teams. Literally a game of 2 quarters thus far.
And from an 89ers point of view, we're seeing what the kind of backcourt combo of Jalen Ray and Cam Gooden can do. They get up the floor so fast, create turnovers, force turnovers in that foul there as well.
And that's it. If they can get into the heart of the defence, they are a very dangerous team. And that's what they've been doing really, really well in this second quarter.
Both teams struggling from 3. The Niners on 10%, 1 from 10. The Gladiators slightly better, 3 from 12. Jalen Ray with the ball as the clock ticks down in this opening half. A tale, as Kieran just said, of two quarters, sorry. As the Gladiators switching the defence as they can, trying to trap them in late in the clock. Gooden up against Onwas, late in the clock. Doesn't go. Gladiators gather it, but not going to get a shot off. And there we have it. The half-time buzzer goes as the Surrey 89ers lead 42 to the Gladiators 32. Kieran, a tale, as we just said, of 2 quarters for sure.
Yeah, and that last play there, Johnny Bunion did a little bit of the Lloyd Gardner trick and dropped back into a zone just to kind of throw them off. But it has been a game of 2 quarters. Consistency from a Surrey standpoint. They had 20 points in that first quarter, 22 in the second. Gladiators 28 points to 4, and that disparity is a very hard thing if you're not going to be playing defense at the other end. So if you're not going to score, you're going to have those little stagnant stages. You have to really step up your defense, and the Gladiators weren't able to do so.
We look at the half-time stats. Both teams shooting well, but it's now Surrey leading the battles of the rebounds, 23-16. And the Gladiators, so many assists in that first quarter, only 1 in the second.
I mean, 1 off 2 scores is actually not too bad, to be fair. So, but yeah, I think they were really rattled in that second quarter, especially when Lloyd Gardner dropped to the zone for the 89ers. And for me, the biggest problem is when you go to a zone and you start to walk, that pace changed. Even when the 89ers went back into man-to-man, the Gladiators just were walking the ball up the court. A player to watch in the second half when the offense is happening. DeVero Ramsey, watch the pace that he plays at. That's a great testament to showing how well he has been coached, and hopefully the rest of the team follows.
Some highlights of the half so far. Great time there to Adelekin. He was going early on with Ramsey, a great kind of 2-man game early on. But it was Barnes who got Adelekin dancing. And that's somewhere the Gladiators could take advantage if they get Adelekin out in the 3-point line with Barnes. He's tremendous. But this tough finish by Kane. We didn't see a lot of him towards the end of the half there as he's coming back from injury. And you'll notice, Kieran, these kind of 3 highlights was getting Adelekin out the drive.
And that's it. They were exploiting that. They put in Hunt to try and change and give it a different look, and that worked a little bit. This reminded me of you, Kieran. That's definitely not with my right hand, I can tell you that right now. And Mervyn James, just like I said, his size causes so many problems.
And this was only the second score of the Gladiators quarter. And they were at half-time. For half-time this game, we've got the highlights of the Women's Trophy final, followed by the Plays of the Week.
A new dawn rises, where champions emerge and redefine the game, where limits are tested and greatness is unleashed. This is when legends are born. Super League Basketball. A new dawn is here.
Basketball is the second most played sport by young people in the UK. And this is a great opportunity for us to engage the younger generation in being more sustainable, recycling more, and ultimately reducing waste and protecting the environment.
In the trash can and throwing this away in the trash can, you're doing it in the right place. You're composting, you're recycling, you're reducing, reusing. It's just super important to learn that from a young age because you carry that into your adult life.
I majored in marine science and I minored in sustainability. So it's actually really exciting to see us partner with a company who is really invested in sustainability.
I think it's fantastic. FIFA is such a quality name in the waste and sustainability sector. We're a quality name in our sector. They're very much about community. We're very much about community. So I think it's going to be a great partnership.
Harris, nice post work, great feet off the glass for 2. That's a very early turnaround, but it's good from McRae.
what a beautiful battle this could be.
McRae again, a lot of space, gets to the mid-range and knocks down another one.
She's averaging 12.5 points per game now. She's already halfway there.
Monge around the screen, back out to Adams. Demonge finds room along the baseline, lays it in off the glass.
Another strong move from her.
Adams stepping through. Oh, what a tough finish that is.
Really tough finish, Taya Adams.
Taya Adams stepping underneath, still had plenty of work to do on the scoop. Tough bucket again from McRae.
She is feeling it today.
Lewis, back to Robb. That's a good shot for Hannah Robb. Nice look at it. Brown with the offensive rebound. And a good putback. Beckford Norton crowded her out this time. Sarson, corner three is good. All strings for Beth Sarson.
It's really great to see that go down for her.
Ashby, space for three. Got it! Sam Ashby's first three of the game. Well, it's been a long time since Caledonia were in front. What a start to the second half for the Wolves. Oh, beautiful move along the baseline. How about that for a finish?
Monche, she's so exciting. I kind of had a feeling that she was going to do this today.
Here's Byrne. Deep three. All string. What a shot.
She can knock it down from deep, but she's also such a problem inside.
Harris hands it off. And we have ourselves a double-figure lead. Caledonia with 9.5 minutes to go in the final. McGee for three. Oh, McGee Pleasant with the triple. They needed that.
Big play.
Beckford Norton round the screen to the mid-range. Knocks it down. Big shot. And here come Oakland's.
Shanice Beckford Norton. 12 points personal for her.
Stolen away by Ashby. She'll run it all the way back, and she will lay it in, and suddenly it is down to only 3. Game on the line, trophy on the line. Domajek for 3. Got it! What a shot that is!
She is unbelievable.
Beckford Norton, they've got to score. It has to go in. It does go in. It's a 2-point game. And it all comes down to the last 22.8 seconds of the game. McRae, tough mid-range. Oh, what a bucket! What a bucket! It's into Adams, and they're going to foul her straight away. This to make it a 3-point lead with 12.6 seconds to go. Makes them both. Clutch from Taya Adams. Can Beckford Norton keep it alive here? Yes. So now she will be trying to miss in the hope that De Silva and Battle can tip it home for the trophy championship. Beckford Norton misses, ball is loose, De Silva, oh no! It's short, and Caledonia have won in dramatic circumstances.
Oh my goodness, Caledonia, just hold on and look what it means.
Well, the celebrations begin, but you can't win in a more dramatic way than that. Here we go, 2025 Betty Cadona Trophy champions, the Caledonia Gladiators. the baseline. How about that for a finish?
Come on, Jay, she's so exciting. I kind of had a feeling that she was going to do this today.
Newcastle ticking it down. Here's Okoro, the man of the first quarter, looking for 3 more and finding 3 more. Mike Okoro, sensational in the first quarter, 17 points for him, and he has the Newcastle Eagles in charge of the trophy final.
Credit to Newcastle. I think it could be quite easy for us to dissect and analyse what's gone wrong, but a lot has went right for Newcastle. I think their mentality, their intensity has been excellent in this game so far.
Particularly this guy, Seneca Knight to the rim, lays in another 2.
Wow, unbelievable. Natural score, the best way I think I can describe Seneca Knight.
Second on the shot clock, 14 seconds. Otorobia just acting as the screen. Oh, it's going to find its way to White. We'll think about it now. You won't put it inside for the dribble and the drive, which doesn't find its way through from Planutis Jeffries.
We see a huge block there from big Mike Otorobia coming alive here in this third quarter.
James for Surrey, all the way, rejected by Ifeje.
Larger Ifeje, dominant on both ends.
And Aikens has it knocked away. Lewis has it, Lewis out in front, and he'll get a big dunk in the open court.
Wow, this is their jamming today already. Lewis, really good today. Way up over the rim.
Is Robinson trying to get 3 back for Bristol, but that is the big difference. 7 of 13 against 3 of 8. That is a 12-point swing and a chance for Johnson to run the other way behind the back to Lewis, who jams it home.
Intelligent play there from PD Johnson. Could have took it himself, but he had Long chasing him down, who's about 6'8", 6'9". Instead, elects to bounce pass behind the back to Lewis, who jams it home.
Very quick transition here, and a great strip by Jacob Groves, and McGill leaves it for Jonathan Clay to add to his tally, 14 now.
Abercrombie, hands off to Jackson, Johnson. Hunter, all the way, blocked by Mitchell. Ashton Langford gets it back to Mitchell. Kayo in the corner. Swings it back around to Mitchell, sidesteps and drains the triple.
That's a back-to-back highline play by DJ Mitchell, who comes across, detonating that ball at its apex. He's wide open on the other end, and we know what that means. Bad news bears for any opposition guarding the wide open DJ Mitchell.
Approaching the halfway mark of the fourth, Shelton takes it to the basket, throws it down, Duke Shelton. My goodness.
What a play by Duke Shelton.
A new dawn rises, where champions emerge and redefine the game, where limits are tested and greatness is unleashed. This is when legends are born. Super League Basketball. A new dawn is here.
Very much a tale of 2 quarters to open the half year up at Play Sport. The Surrey 89ers lead 42 to the Gladiators 32. Lloyd Gardner, Kieran must be the happier of the men so far.
Yeah, like I said, I think he'd be very upset. He prides himself with defence on that first quarter, but quickly got back into the game. The exciting part here is now, what was the locker room at halftime? You know, Johnny Bunion new to this. What are they going to come out? What's in their arsenal? See what's in store for the second half.
And we were chatting before we came back on air there. The difference in the 3 throws there just shows the difference in speed and the strategy that Surrey are trying to get to.
And that's what I liked about the Surrey game plan. That 10, you know, you had Dre, Gooden just attacking the basket. If they weren't scoring, they were kicking out and getting some good looks. Mervyn James kind of mixing up, being able to just penetrating, get into the paint and making it really difficult, essentially exploiting the Gladiators' defence.
As both teams about to come out for this start, this second half. It's Mervyn James on 11 points, he leads all scoring, but could it be a big thing later in the game with Mervyn James and Dame Adelekin on 2 fouls? Total Fagbenley's on 3 fouls for the Gladiators. As the buzzer goes, there are moments away from the start of the second half. The Gladiators have a slight change to their lineup this quarter with Eli Kane coming in, no Prince Onwas to start this second half as he's sitting on the bench. And as we get going, a reminder, the Gladiators in the blue against the Niners in the white with the green trim. And the Gladiators will be looking to get the scoreboard moving a lot quicker than they did in that second quarter. Wheeling round the screen from Barnes, and that's a good 3 to open this quarter for the Gladiators.
And a much needed 3 there.
Slightly higher tempo there as Jalen Ray lost Patrick Wheeling there. Cam Good and Adelekin. Fumbles the ball. Gladiators hands up in the defence, putting pressure. How high can Total Fagbenley jump? Battle, Adelekin goes to the basket. Doesn't go. And the Gladiators are away with the ball. Cross-court pass, Kane, pull up for 3 off the Wheeling pass. Doesn't go. Good look for the Gladiators there. Jalen Ray, like we saw early in the game, Jalen Ray feeding Dame Adelekin. He's doubled under the basket. And he travels. Referee McDonald, the trap there from the Gladiators defence was good.
And a very well-timed trap there by Eli Kane. You know, he baited, and it's really smart that you go on the dribble. So he attacked on the dribble, so there was not enough time for Adelekin to kind of gain momentum or make a pass.
And especially with the baseline there as well, almost being that other defender. The Gladiators trailing by 7. They got the opening score of this quarter. Okarafor for free. Doesn't go. Is that more the same, Keenan? It looks like the Gladiators settling for those 3s early on.
And not that. I feel in that particular... Teddy was looking for the pass first and then shot. If he just caught and shoot straight away, they'd been a little bit more in rhythm.
Niners unable to convert there. Back on defence now. Trevon Barnes and Pat Wheeling working together well there. Great defence by the Niners. Can Fagbenley get to the basket? Fouled on Adelekin, and that's his third.
A smart play there by Total Fagbenley. He just knew he had the speed. He changed his speed. As soon as he got that contact, he just threw it up there. And you can see from a game plan, they have singled out Adelekin defensively. You know, it's some of these quicker players he's had to try and guard.
Third foul on Adelekin. He's up to 7 points. Takes a seat in the bench. Jordan Hunt checks back in. Adelekin's 8 rebounds though. Big difference, so Fagbenley doesn't get the first one to go. And the second one drops for Fagbenley. He's up to 5 points so far. Almost hands in the pass lane on the full court, kind of pressure from the Gladiators defence there. Kane out onto Ray. Get into Jordan Hunt. He tries to back down. No, he steps out to Cam Gooden, sorry. Doesn't go. And this time it's the 89ers unable to get the scoreboard moving. Eli Kane with Jalen Ray. He tries to go into him. Foul called. Offensive foul called.
And he looked like he took one right in the face.
Yeah. Just almost stepped through. Didn't get the Euro step in at all. Now let's have a look at that here. Kane driving inside, stepping out, has that, tries to go in against Jalen Ray, but Jalen Ray moves his feet well.
Moved his feet really well, and again, he took away this space to allow the Euro to happen. Unfortunately for him, he took one right in the nose.
The Niners still leading by 6 here. James going to the basket, tough, doesn't go. Great defense by the Gladiators. Good switch from Fagbenley onto Barnes. Fagbenley back to Whelan. Mervyn James guarding Patrick Whelan now. Can he get the mismatch? He do. Three's up, does it go? No, referee McDonald calls off the basket on the back down foul. I think that's on Mervyn James. That's his third foul, Kieran. That's another disaster for the Surrey Niners. As Teo Okendembe checks in. And if you're the Gladiators right now, you've got two of Surrey's main threats sitting on the bench on 3 fouls. What would you like to do? Get the ball inside?
So it's an interesting one because you have someone like a Teo Okendembe who's really good at holding the fort. It maybe slows down the scoring a little, you know, but I think they have enough to kind of work with.
Gladiators for 3, and Eli Kane knocks it down and keeps the scoreboard moving for them. That's the lead down to 3 now for the Niners. Straight into Okendembe against Kane. He spins left, spins right. Kind of throws it up as he felt some contact, doesn't go. Gladiators pushing the tempo. Whelan in the corner, no steps out for the 3, doesn't go. Teddy Okorafor doesn't go, but good hustle play from the Gladiators, but deflects out. Did everything but finish.
And exactly that. Look, Teddy Okorafor on the catch. No, he already knew what he was doing as soon as he caught it. Unfortunately, just couldn't get it over the ring.
Gladiators putting some pressure early in this second half on their defence. That's the change we've seen to them. Gooden gets to the basket. Teo under the basket, doesn't go, and it's going to be another turnover to start this half for the Surrey 89ers. And this game is really properly back and forth.
Yeah, and a real sloppy start to this third quarter for the 89ers.
Mervyn James, leading scorer for the Surrey 89ers on 11, but he's sitting down with 3 fouls.
We talk about those droughts, you know, second quarter drought by the Gladiators now. No score after 4 minutes for the Surrey 89ers.
7-0 quarter for the Gladiators. Kane for 3. And he's fouled on the 3 by Josh Steele. And he'll go to the line for 3 shots. Gladiators huddle up, but let's have a look at this. Gladiators beginning to move the ball a little bit better there. Whelan extra pass to Kane. And it's just on the landing.
Just
soft
on the landing.
foul, but his foot lands on Kane's.
And just took away Kane's landing space there.
Josh Steele not happy with the call as Elijah Kane at the line. Bobbles out, that first one doesn't go.
And you know Josh Steele is talking to the ref there and saying, ball never lies. That's the usual one.
Ian McDonald not happy about something. Maybe the shadow was too far over the line. As he makes the second one drop. As the Gladiators come out a lot better than they did that second quarter. As Kane goes for the third 3 attempts, knocks 2 out of 3, converts. And Andrew Lawrence, the veteran, checks in for Gooden. He hadn't tied his shoes properly coming onto the floor, Kieran.
So that's the one you use when you're a little bit tired. You don't do it at the start of the game, you know, the loose lace.
I think Whelan must have stood on a heel there, but no shot clock move for the refs, by the refs to the players, so Surrey with less time to cross the half-court line. Again, Gladiators with a slight trap defence there. They back out of it. They rotate. Can the ball get into Jordan Hunt? Great defence by the Gladiators. Look at Teddy Okorafor facing up, almost a turnover, and it is. And look at the Gladiators bench on their feet, seeing the effort of the team And you just saw, I was watching Teddy Okarafor there in his help defence getting onto the much larger Jordan Hunt.
And that's it, you know, a vet player fighting to front, and that's the thing, that's just hustle. You know, there's skill in that, you know, the movement of your feet, but he just wanted it.
The Niners still lead by 1, but it's all Gladiators to start this second half. Can we get, as Kane backs out, he's looking for some help. Whelan in the corner, extra pass, takes the shot, and it drops, and the Gladiators lead by 2.
And turning down good shots for great ones. Great start to this third quarter for the Gladiators.
Ray with a bit of space, but Barnes knocks it loose. Remains a Niners ball on the baseline, but let's see this Whelan 3 as it comes on the highlights. It looked like the offense is stagnated, but look at this, Teddy just plays that extra pass, and Whelan just showing what he does best,
and
the
that's
vintage
where
shot.
he does it better when people are around him.
Josh Steele getting to the basket open. Miscommunication on the Gladiators there for the easy score, and it gets them their first score of the half, and we're tied up 44 apiece. Barnes under the basket, nice finish, great pass again. Teddy Okarafor showing them what we said in the pre-game, his control of this offense. Teo Gadembe slowly gets to work, a foul, late whistle called, but a foul called nonetheless. And that's what we've seen, the development of Teo has become this vet. Just time's his, we're in Teo's time.
And the thing is, he's always been a great post player in my opinion, you know, really good with his back to the basket. As his game evolved, became a knockdown three-point shooter, especially in those corners. But there, just get to his bread and butter. And I said with Teo, you have to do the work early. You cannot allow him to catch the ball too easy in the post. You have to force him out a little bit further, make him work for it.
Teddy Okarafor goes to the bench, replaced by Ramsey. Okarafor, 6 assists so far in this game, but Teo misses the first. He's a 58% scorer for the season from the free-throw line. Short in the second one as well. Gladiators lead by 2, 4 minutes, 20 seconds of the third quarter remaining as Ramsey handling the ball now. Will we see a tempo change with him on the floor? Kane from behind the three-point. Ramsey battling for the rebounds, and he's straight onto Jalen Ray, who's just going into fifth gear, but checks out. Hands by Elijah Kane. Straight onto the announce table and over. Des Clark getting a cuddle. Hopefully he's okay. The hustle play there by Eli Kane, getting a cheer from the crowd. Never saw you doing that, Kieran.
Definitely not. And that's why I've had a long career in basketball.
It was the Royal Rumble last night as Eli Kane goes over the table.
I'm just disappointed with the lack of movement on the table. You know, you get out of the way, you see it coming.
You clear the way there. I just hope his laptop's okay. Nedas Cholovinskis to the basket. Nice hezzy finish. And it's a tied game again, 46 apiece. It's Pat Whelan to Theo Hughes. Devriel Ramsey yet to score in the Gladiators uniform as he's fouled on, going round the screen. Foul called on Jordan Hunt, and that's his second of the game.
And that's a big man's nightmare. When you have a small guard, low centre of gravity with that change of speed, trying to hedge in defence can be very difficult.
Teddy Okarafor checks back in, having a brilliant game. 5 rebounds, 6 assists so far for the former GB guard. Ramsey blocked by Andrew Lawrence. He's desperate to get a score for the Gladiators. A great block by Andrew Lawrence. Gooden to Hunt. Lawrence for 3. Doesn't get it to go, and Theo Hughes gathers the rebound. Almost all Andrew Lawrence there with a 5-point play. Doesn't get it to go. Fraser Malcolm at the top, looking for Patrick Whelan. Gladiators moving the ball well. Teddy Okarafor with the mismatch. Whelan, catch, shoots, 3. Bobbles in and out, battle for the rebound. Hunt to the basket. And it goes and fouled, and one. Tough. Fraser Malcolm playing chase. Hits him in the back.
It's a great pass there by Andrew Lawrence. Right on the money. Hunt did a great job just running the floor. Getting open. Nice cut. And again, that's criminal by Fraser Malcolm. You cannot allow a player to make that face cut on you. You have to make sure you're taking that away.
For me, it's the timing of pass from Andrew Lawrence. Doesn't pass it too early. It's not forced. He's just waiting for Hunt to be there.
Right,
it makes
there.
it look so easy. Jordan Hunt knocks down the and one play, pushes the Surrey Niners out to a 3-point lead. Just over 2 minutes 40 on our quarter clock. An enthralling game here. And Andrew Lawrence forces the turnover, hands in the cookie jar, forces the deflection off Ramsey.
And I just laugh there because I'm watching Ramsey clearly hit his hand and, you know, trying to dispute the call. You know, I think sometimes as players, if we tell it enough times in our head, we start to believe it.
And this is the wee momentum plays. We've seen Gladiators came out pretty well, but it's the Niners now who look to be on the ascendancy. Nedas Chevalinskis for 3, and he knocks it down.
And he has been
clench of the fist by the young man.
Big off the bench for his 7th point.
And that's the lead extending for the Niners. Pass out, Onwas pulls up for 3, overcooks it. Foul called on the hold, it looks like, on Cholovinskis on Fraser Malcolm.
Fraser Malcolm got some good possession there on that shot. Cholovinskis just kind of bent over and shooting. But we see here some great movement, great pass on the money.
It just looks like Cholovinskis is in his shooting rhythm before the ball's even in his hands. Confident shooter, isn't he?
Confident shooter, and another player that I really admire for finding the right space. Get into the right spots and shot ready.
And it's great to see a British coach giving a young British talent these big kind of playing minutes.
Given, you know, some good minutes, double-digit minutes for this team.
Fraser Malcolm knocks down both 3 throws, cuts the lead to 4. 2 minutes in the 3rd quarter to go. Good, and round the screen from Hunt, getting to the basket, looking for that extra pass. Oh, what a pass, skips it over, extra pass to the corner. And you know what, I almost wish that went down because the ball movement from the Surrey side there was incredible to see. Teddy Okarafor now looking for his options. Theo Hughes coming into the middle of the zone. Good switch up, we saw the success of the zone early in the game. Ramsey with a pass. Look at the hands by Andrew Lawrence to knock it 3 though. And it's an easy foul called by the officials. Is that one? No, Theo Hughes is thinking Ramsey's going for the basket.
That's it, you know, that's it. And again, we talk about that pass there by Dever Ramsey. Theo Hughes has to keep the ball high. Andrew Lawrence was just there. As soon as he brought it down, he was just ready to pick his pocket.
Lawrence on to 4 assists for this game, but he's making such a difference, forcing turnovers there as he gets to the basket. And 1! Andrew Lawrence rolling back the years. We'll get to the line for an and 1.
And another player, you know, he's maybe a little bit slower than he was back then, but he's still got that change of speed.
Just waited for Teddy to look the other way. Moved to his right. 70% from the 3-throw line for the season. Knocks it down. Since he's checked on the floor, his veteran leadership for this side. It's been evident to see the lead back out to 7 now for Surrey. Ramsey shoots the 3 ball, doesn't go. Only been in for 2 days here at the Gladiators. Looking for his shot to drop. Gooden getting to the basket, is he? High off the glass. And the Gladiators, or sorry, the Niners really pulled this back this quarter after a slow start. Out to a 9-point lead into the last 35 seconds, and there's another turnover for the Gladiators. And it's the Niners now looking to build this lead into double figures. Lawrence, as he gets into the basket again. No, he plays a pass. And Jordan Hunt knocks it down.
Andrew Lawrence has literally taken over this game. Making the right passes, scoring when he needs to score, and playing some amazing defense as well.
And actually now, after the Gladiators' hot start, as the Niners leading this quarter and now building the lead, but we're into the final seconds of the third quarter. Can the Gladiators get a shot? And it's an offensive foul. And the Gladiators lose another opportunity to score, as we're going to have one more chance for Surrey to get a score. 1.6 seconds on the clock. Third foul on Teddy Okarafor.
And Adeleken and Mervyn James out.
Oh, and we had, both of us looked at each other there, Kieran, thinking that was going to go. And there we have it, the third quarter over in a flash. Fast start by the Gladiators, but it's through the veteran experience of Andrew Lawrence that the Surrey 89ers get it back, 59-48.
And you know, we're not talking much about the bench scoring of the 89ers this season, but Cholovinskas and Andrew Lawrence came up big the last 5 minutes of that third quarter to get back into the game.
As we look at these starting the fourth quarter stats, both teams still struggling from three, but it's Surrey just getting to the basket, showing that aggression to the hoop. Jordan Hunt, 9 points, 8 rebounds, able to get it done on both sides, and that's without, as you said, Mervyn James sitting down.
And that's it, you know, like I said, they just found ways to get, you know, Jordan Hunt has had a great game, rebounding, causing a lot of havoc for the Gladiators team, but it was such a great start in that third quarter for the Gladiators, and in a blink of an eye, Surrey just held their resolve and got right back into it.
Yeah, the Gladiators briefly led in that third quarter through some sharp shooting from Patrick Whelan and Eli Kane. And here's another one of those Whelan threes in that quarter. But what changed, Kieran, was it just when Lawrence checks in, they changed their defence, and the 89ers just really took back the ascendancy?
And I think that's exactly it. You know, I think that Andrew Lawrence and Cholovinsky's got some good looks, really create the pace, and then forced the Gladiators into mistakes. You know, Patrick Whelan went out of the game, Eli Kane went out of the game, and they just kind of felt a little bit lost offensively.
And we didn't see a timeout called there in that period by Coach Bunion. Is this where he's learning his coaching journey? Maybe in one of those runs towards the end when there was no offense, struggling on defense, would you have used one of your timeouts?
Maybe, you know, timeouts, or maybe a substitute. You're kind of looking at the units. So right now the players are trying to work each other out, where they fit in. You know, you've got Deville Ramsey just came new to the team, just trying to see where they fit.
Ramsey scoreless so far. 11 minutes for him as we're about to start this final quarter. An enthralling action, both teams winless since the 5th of January. But the tempo coming into this final stanza there, clear to see from Gooden trying to push the tempo. A reminder, Surrey lead by 11.
And 28 points to remember for the Gladiators in that first quarter, so only 20 points in the last two.
And for their hot start to that third quarter, they ended up losing that quarter 17-16. Referee's happy with the clock. Find into Hunt under the basket. And he is getting his absolute money inside tonight.
He is having a great game. You know, we bigged up Adeleken at the start. He's obviously had a solid performance, but Hunt off the bench has been phenomenal.
Barnes back on the floor. Whelan trying to dance to the basket. Fraser Malcolm going for two, doesn't get it to go. And Gladiators struggling to get the scores now after that first quarter. They had a good start to the third, but it's 89ers in control. Mervyn James back on the floor. The switch, drives on Barnes, backs him down, and it goes.
Just did enough, not to cause the charge, but to create enough space to get a good look at the basket.
Mervyn James, a rookie this season, straight out of college, showing some early skills. As Ramsey getting to the basket, left hand, still can't score.
Did everything right there as well.
That's a few looks at the basket. The Gladiators just not getting it high above the rim. Jordan Hunt goes back, looked like he was going to find Mervyn James, but Jalen Ray with a bit of space dances, pulls up, and it goes. And it's a quick timeout by Coach Bunion. And it's one-way traffic again, Kieran.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be. You know, a 4-point swing there. Deville Ramsey blows a wide open layup. And you know, again, trying to get back into his swing of things. And straight away, Ray just finds it so easy, gets inside.
And you see, if you look at some highlights here to start early on, Mervyn James, he just created that contact with the bump. And getting a nice two. Really impressed with Jordan Hunt tonight. It's this, Jalen Ray. He just oozes class. He's always confident to take the shot.
Into the heart of the defence. No one around him. Little fake just to see if anyone was around him. Easy score.
But in the huddle you saw there, it looks like Dame Adelekin's coming back into game. And you know what, Kieran, I've seen 3-4 Surrey teammates high-five Jordan Hunt, appreciate his contribution when their main man was sitting down.
And you know, you say main man, Jordan Hunt has been the main man for me thus far. You know, he's been a game changer, and that's I'm talking about the battle of the bench. Surrey 89ers have came up big.
23 bench points for the Surrey squad to 11 of the Gladiators. See Jordan Hunt, 11 points, 2 fouls. He also leads the Niners in rebounds with 8. Slight press defense from the Niners. Fraser Malcolm to the basket for the flush. And that was a good quick ball movement by the Gladiators to get a score out of the timeout. Great play.
A little momentum booster, you know, to get back into this game.
Surrey though, lead by 15 now. After a 6-point scoring start to the quarter. Mervyn James dances inside, Adelekin at the basket. Mervyn James, eyes in the back of his head.
With those goggles on, threading the needle.
Wow. And that's what happens, Adelekin and James checking back in. Foul called there, Gooden, I think will be called for it as he went greedy for the ball. No, it's called on Jalen Ray for on the arm. But look at this pass, Kieran. Highlight now, running hopefully on the screen. Look at this, Mervyn James looks to go in. Look at this, just behind the head, offloads. Adelekin.
Double team came in. One of those ones there, I don't know if Trayvon Barnes was supposed to come on the double team. If he was, then someone should have been, you know, coming in, slotting in and taking away, we call it help the helper. Mervyn James, quick thinking, threading the needle.
A quick foul before the ball was inbounded there on Gooden. That's his second. Gladiators now with a baseline ball. Ramsey now for 3. Gets it to finally drop, and that's his first scores as a Gladiator. As he cuts that score down, 67-53. And that could be the thing that finally gets him going. But it's Surrey in the ascendancy. Josh Steele to Adelekin. And I've been so impressed with those handles all season from Adelekin as he gets out to the Mervyn James 3. Overcooked. And the Gladiators, though, now needing to get the scoreboard moving. Ramsey to the basket, but blocked by Adelekin. Impact he can have both ends. Happy to put the ball on the floor. Backs down Barnes. Steele to the basket, extra pass. Doesn't get it to go, but he'll go to the line for 2.
And I've been really impressed with the 89ers, just their internal passing, really moving the ball. And then at the other end, defensively, Deville Ramsey tries to turn the corner, and Adelekin comes out of nowhere for the left-hand swat.
And to be averaging in your first season in the league a near double-double, Adelekin is a one impressive player so far, and he's at the line for 2 to go into double-figure scoring. Misses the first. Misses the second though. It's just under 7 minutes. 14-point lead for the Niners. The Gladiators needing to get some offense going to cut down the lead. Jovelinskis quick along the floor to shut down Barnes. Kane though open for three. Doesn't go, but Barnes thought was going for the putback dunk there, tried to then lay it in. Doesn't go though. The Gladiators struggling around the rim in this game now. As Andrew Lawrence, look at that, the tempo, just slowing it down. Team's up by 14, controlling the game. Lawrence to Jovelinskis. Dame Adelekin backs down Toto Fagbenley, gets him in the air. Jovelinskis for three. Doesn't go, but who's look at that, the tempo difference. It's Surrey 89ers playing with a higher level here, chasing down the rebounds. Ray Jovelinskis again for three. He misses, and it's the extra plays by Niners, cutting down the chances for the Gladiators. But Kane there, we saw the change there. He was going to go for the Euro. He backed it off there as Ray was in front of him.
I actually think Ray just moved out the way because he didn't want to get trucked again.
12 points now the Surrey lead is. They had 3 chances last time down the floor. Lawrence now for three. Doesn't go, but who's chasing down? Mervyn James.
And the 89ers are just finding a way. You know, we talk about those second chance opportunities.
Lawrence looking for help as Fagbenley threw down that long hands. Kane to the basket, doesn't go. He's looking for a foul, doesn't get it, but gets it and one. The second time of asking. And the frustration there towards the official as he thought it was first time, but I'm sure he'll take the score. Okay, I thought he was going to throw up to Fagbenley, gets to the basket, good defense from James. Ball ends up with Kane, and he's hitting the arm, getting the layup. As Eli Kane up to 13 points personal as he goes to the line again.
And with 5 minutes to go in this game, you know, Surrey up by 10. Both teams have been struggling to win games, you know, so you literally do not know what happened. So it's whoever finds that momentum now.
The importance of every play for these final 5 minutes. As Kane gets his hand in almost for the steal. And it'll be a Surrey Niners ball just in their own half. 10 seconds on the shot clock. As Ray just goes into fifth gear to the back. Fagbenley off the backboard. He's going wheeling now for three. Doesn't go. The Gladiators didn't need that quick shot there off the back of the huge block from Fagbenley.
And that's the risk you take because that goes in, it just changes the whole.
Lawrence just makes it across the half-court line to beat the 8-second call. Hunt looking for an next pass. It opens inside. Fagbenley closed down Mervyn James.
And he's
called 3 seconds inside. And it looked like Hunt was getting ready for a rebound off the James shot. Doesn't have it. And Chris Curl with the call for the 3-second. But let's look at this chase down block.
Oh my. That is just, I'm going to have to say it,
You're going to have
disgusting.
Fagbenley off the block from behind, off the Ray drive. The Gladiator trailing by 9. The Niners now struggling to get the scoreboard moving. Kane forces Jovelinskis out there, doesn't get it to go. But Mervyn James gathers another rebound. Spins on Whelan. What a tough finish.
Tough take, flexing him, young fella. Great move there by James to build this lead to 13.
Andrew Lawrence getting into the pass, and Lloyd Gardner screaming at his team to get out the floor. 3 minutes 40 on the clock now. Can Surrey put that first dagger in the Gladiators' heart? Kane almost stripping James. Shot doesn't go and it's up there. Jovelinskis battling with Fagbenley. Dancing on the basket, foul called. And it looks like it's on the floor, but that is the want of Jovelinskis there. Battling for the boards.
And that's the difference in the game. I talk about that little bit of toughness. Jovelinskis there just getting into the mix.
Just shows no fear every time he's on the court. Lawrence gets it in eventually to Gooden. Lawrence, extra pass to Hunt. Nice, can he get to the basket? Heron calls for the foul. Trevor Barnes thinks he gets the ball. But trip to the free throw line again for the 89ers. 68% they are for the game from the free throw line. Andrew Lawrence dancing in past Okafor, but it's Jordan Hunt. He's had a phenomenal impact off the bench tonight for the 89ers. He goes to the line to try and get his 12th and 13th point. Makes the first, pushes the lead to 12. And he makes the second. The lead continues to grow for the Niners. Test of the resolve now. Both teams not won for a while. 5th of January to be exact. Can Surrey get this one over the line? We've got 3 minutes on the clock. A big game for Lloyd Gardner's squad. Teddy Okafor for free knocks it down to keep this close. 9 points now. 3 minutes on the clock. Mervyn James gets to the hoop, nice finish.
He just knows how to, he just knows how to score.
And a 2 is called. A 10-point game here, off the make of Teddy Okafor's 3. Sorry, now it goes out to a 12-point game off the Mervyn James make. Mervyn James up to 17 points. And let's see that last play. Cam Gooden to Mervyn James, and he just drives in against Fagbenley and gets the finish. And Mervyn James is an exciting player to watch, Kieran.
He is exciting. You talk about being a rookie as well. He plays with, you could see the passion in his play. But he's strong. He's got good size, has a little spin, little finish, really nice touch around the basket.
And he's top 10 in scoring. He's 8th in scoring in the league for a reason. Gets his points multiple ways, whether it's at the free throw line, whether it's mid-range game, getting to the basket. But we know he's able to step out and hit a 3 as well.
Definitely.
A 12-point lead for the 89ers. Kieran, it's early in the game for MVP call, but from Surrey, who's standing out so far?
So obviously Mervyn James is definitely in the mix, as you can see him on the screen. But Jordan Hunt has also been phenomenal, efficient scorer, rebounder.
And he's keeping Dame Adelekin on the bench. Teddy driving against against Jordan Hunt, knocks down this 2 along the baseline. Cuts it back to 10 points. But trading scores are not going to do it for the Gladiators. Lawrence for 3. And it doesn't go. Who's getting the rebound? Keen, it's Mervyn James. And it stays a Surrey ball. And Mervyn James just going chasing for these rebounds in this game. I feel like he's had 10 rebounds this quarter and he's yet to be on a double-double. Came up hobbling there as they go to the bench for, I think it was a Surrey timeout. And Kieran's trading baskets is not what the Gladiators would need to do right now.
Definitely not, and especially when you're trading baskets and leaving guys like Andrew Lawrence wide open from 3. They were fortunate that it came up with only a rebound as opposed to a 3-point possession by the Surrey 89ers.
And we're looking at the top scorers in this game. Mervyn James on 17. It's 16 for Patrick Whelan. But as you said, Kieran, Jordan Hunt efficient with his 13 points. Coming off the bench for the Surrey 89ers. Trevon Barnes had a big first quarter. We've not really seen him feature since.
And that for me, that was the big movement point. As soon as Hunt came into the game, took away that free throw line threat and changed the dimension of the game.
And Jordan Hunt remains on the floor.
Mervyn James just looking
he doesn't look too comfortable. Yeah. Hopefully he's able to shake that off. Mervyn James limping as he came back on court there. Had a brilliant game Friday as well, and that close defeat to the Cheshire Phoenix. Can the 89ers get it inbound? They do. Cam Gooden under the basket. And it's just a patient play, Andrew Lawrence again.
And that's been two big baseline out of bounds plays by Lloyd Gardner. Come up with big scores.
Wheeling round the screen of Barnes, back out to him. Steps back for three, and he makes it, clenches the fist. And a sub's called by the Surrey squad. We're into the final 2 minutes. And that we just talked about Barnes not scoring, and he gets the score.
And a big shot with 2 minutes to play.
A lot of basketball still to be played here. The Surrey side, though, in charge of things. As we said, final 2 minutes. 75-66, the visitors lead. Josh Steele with the ball. He's looking for help now. Who's there? Cam Gooden. Round the screen. Goes in against, pulls out against Pat Whelan. Tough me, Cam Gooden shakes his head.
That's why
saying,
I call
you
it
can't
dagger.
stop me.
Dagger. Tough shot.
Sorry, off the Cam Gooden too. Pushes the lead back to double figures. Teddy Okarafor for three this time. Doesn't go. And it's Mervyn James battling for the rebound. They keep it in bound. And it's Surrey. Just everything falling their way. They're hustling more. And they're leading this game. Final 70 seconds here. As Surrey look to ice this game, Jalen Ray getting to the basket, gets to his spot, doesn't go. Jordan Hunt battling for the rebound, and it's off and running. Barnes, look at that. Hands by Jalen Ray to pick off the steal. And can Surrey take this fully away on Johnny Bunyan's first game? Kieran, time to ask who will be your MVP for tonight.
You know, I said it.
As there's a turnover on the floor, Eli Kane pushing the tempo, gets to the basket, doesn't go off the defense pressure from Mervyn James.
And Jordan Hunt is my MVP.
Kieran Achara naming Jordan Hunt off the bench for Surrey, the game MVP. What a game he's had off the bench. 22 minutes, 13 points, 9 rebounds. Gooden for three, doesn't go. And the Gladiators will push the ball over half court. They're going for the score. And it's Kane with the layup as a ball rolls on the court to halt this. We've got the final 3.8 seconds. And Kieran, Surrey have been pretty, other than that first half, been very much convincing.
Yeah, and you know, we talk about the inconsistencies of both the teams, and I guess Surrey, they found a way. You know, they had a really poor start to the third quarter, but quickly bounced back, and that was the difference in the game.
And Jordan Hunt,
the game setting match then.
Jordan Hunt off the inbound play, our game MVP to Cam Gooden. But for the Surrey 89ers, their first win in the league since the 5th of January. A big win on the road for them. 77 to the Gladiators 68 as Lloyd Gardner's side upsets Johnny Bunyan's coaching debut here in East Kilbride. As a big road win off the back of defeat on Friday night for the Surrey side. Mervyn James leads all scoring with 17 points. He leads in reboundings with 9, but it was the bench points in the end. The Surrey side just take it 25-23. And it's a brilliant win on the road for the Surrey 89ers. Coach Lloyd Gardner will be joining Kieran courtside soon, and he'll be absolutely delighted with that road win. We're early into the Coach Bunyan days, his first game in charge. Patrick Whelan leads scorers, all joint top scorer with Elijah Kane, 16 apiece. Patrick Whelan, 7 assists, along with Teddy Okarafor's 6. But as you said, the Surrey side win. 58% from 2 points range. 3 blocks, 7 steals though. And Jordan Hunt, a tremendous performance. As we look at the game stats here, Surrey 89ers getting to the line 21 times, converting 15 of them for 71%, just showing the tempo and the tone they were looking to set early on. A brilliant driving inside when the 3-ball wasn't going, only 2 from 20, a side we tend to believe always like to get the 3-ball up. They convert only 10% of those, but they do their battle inside. Jordan Hunt, Mervyn James, and even seeing Jalen Ray and Cam Gooden doing the work inside. For the Gladiators, sharing the ball well, great first half, winning that to 28 points, but only in that final 30, they only managed 40 points. A lot for Coach Bunion to work with as he heads into another week as Gladiators head coach. We saw, obviously not just a coaching debut, but a team debut for Lewis Stevenson off the bench. A big thing to see another young British player getting an opportunity to play. That's 89ers, the bench impact with Jordan Hunt, 13 points. Nedas Jolovalinskis as well, 7 points. Hustling both in and out. And it looks like we will have the game MVP Jordan Hunt with Kieran shortly. And let's now, as everyone's ready courtside, as we go to Kieran, who has our game MVP with Jordan Hunt.
So Jordan, congratulations, got back to your winning ways today. A really efficient game, 13 points, 9 rebounds. I want to go back to the first quarter. You know, you came off the bench, Trayvon Barnes got off to a really good start. Was that something that you were told to try to take away that threat that he was bringing to the game at that start?
Yeah, I think Lloyd said they were just getting really comfortable in what they were doing, so just try to provide a bit of disruption.
And like I said, it was quite a slow start. You know, the Gladiators got off to a really strong start. You were really efficient, scoring down wide, rebounding the ball really well. Again, what do you feel you like to bring to the games?
Exactly that. I mean, I think I try to score within the offense, just try help the team wherever I can. Especially coming off the bench, like provide that bit of energy if we're like today when we had a slow start.
And I said it's been quite an inconsistent season thus far. You know, the frustrations are shown, but at the same time you're still finding a way to battle through. What's your expectations for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think this is a big game for us. Sort of kind of deciding where we want to be as a team. You know, we've had a couple of really close losses where we thought we should have won the game. So it's all the little things that count when it comes to that. So just all the little hustle things, really.
Well, congratulations again on being game MVP and best of luck moving forward the rest of the season. And here's the man of the moment, Lloyd Gardner, smile on your face. I was saying that quite a rough start in that first quarter, 28 points for the Gladiators. You switched things up defensively through a little bit of zone, through a couple of different reads. Was that something that you looking at the way the game was going, was it something you anticipated, or did you just adjust as the game progressed?
We've been using some zones, some bits, been effective for us. I think it suits our personnel at times. Thought the lineups perhaps on the floor were, both ways were good for it. So that's why we used it, probably more than we expected to in the early game, but really helped us. Thought the guys did a good job.
And I was really impressed with the bench play today, as we saw MVP Jordan Hunt. Jolovalinskis had a massive game, I think plus 21 when he was in the game. Give me your thoughts on those players especially.
Yeah, I mean, well, Jordan was great today. He's been out with a broken finger, which has really impacted us. I think he gives us such a different look at our 5 spot. Obviously, Dame's been playing really well, but Jordan's just a different type of player. The offense really clicks when he's on the floor. And then Nedas made some shots today. He's been frustrated. He's still young. He puts a lot of value in making and missing shots. But I thought both ends. He got a couple of big offensive rebounds, a couple of real effort plays as well. So that's the most important thing for me.
Well, I just want to say, you came here to the Gladiators Arena and play sport, got that win. Best of luck moving forward, Coach. You good?
And it's the 89ers with the 9-point victory, but it was Jordan Hunt, our game MVP, showing what he can do inside, battling away. 13 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, and a tremendous game off the bench when Dame Adelekin was in foul trouble. Look at that there, finds it inside, pressures Fraser Malcolm off the inbound play, And yeah, our game MVP getting to work off the bench for the Surrey 89ers. Next game, we've currently got a game ongoing as the Bristol Flyers take on the Cheshire Phoenix. It's a quick lead for 27 points from the Flyers to the 9 of Cheshire Phoenix. But next week we have got Newcastle Cheshire Phoenix, a big game in that mid-table battle. We've got the cup games though. The Surrey 89ers hot off the win here, taking on the Leicester Riders, and it's the Flyers against the Shark in cup semi-final first leg action. My thanks to everyone for watching, and we'll hear you next time on DAZN.
A new dawn rises, where champions emerge and redefine the game, where limits are tested and greatness is unleashed. This is when legends are born. Super League Basketball. A new dawn is here.